Well, hello, Coffee Time friends. How y'all doing? I hope y'all saw our reel just popped up a while ago. Sometimes it takes a little while to load, and it's not quite 5 minutes, but at the time it is. Today is Labor Day. Happy Labor Day. Mama.
Happy Labor Day, yes.
Mama's over here stirring the meat. We've not added anything to it yet, not even salt and pepper. So you've seen us put a cup of coffee in that meat, and it's browning up real good. So we're going to make this and have just some hot dogs for supper tonight. Is that not delicious? Let's go and get started. So what I'm going to do, this is just like a bouillon cube. It just happens to be the Knorr brand. We're not sponsored by any of that. We're just using it. And I'm going to put it's salty, so I'm going to put about a half a tablespoon. And I'm just going to mix it in this while that coffee's finishing up. And that just gives it a good hearty beef flavor. So it's just a pound of ground meat, a cup of coffee, a 16-ounce cup. I put a half a tablespoon of Knorr's bouillon in it, or I would use one whole cube if I was using a bouillon cube. Put a half a teaspoon of salt, not hardly, that's salty enough. And a half a teaspoon of black pepper. Just going to use a shake of this. Some people don't like the Greek seasoning. We've used it for about 100 years. So this is just Greek seasoning, and it just gives the hot dogs a good flavor.
I didn't think I saw you that old.
Huh?
I didn't think I saw you that old.
And I'm just covering the top.
It's in there, but I smell.
This, of course, is our favorite, y'all's Southern secret. It's your onion powder, your garlic powder, all those things, and a little bit of lemon flavor, too. Just covering the top again.
Each time you shake it and that fan is heat, I can... Whew.
Is that too much onion for you?
You better save you a little bit for on the top.
All right.
I don't know, but you better save yourself.
We'll go ahead and put that in there and let it be, get an iridescent, clear, whatever you want to call it. This, of course, is tomato paste.
And that's a new one, too.
This is the spoon. This is tomato paste.
Ooh.
I like to get tubes of tomato paste. Sometimes I still get the jars because sometimes you need a lot and you need a whole jar. But if you don't think you're going to need a whole jar, little can, then you can get the tube. In this case, I probably could have used a can, but we're going to call it 1, 2, 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. Now you can just seal this right back up, stick it in the refrigerator, and you'll have it for the next time. We don't put beans in ours because we just don't like that. Mama's getting ready to put our weenies in. We're doing bratwursts and hot dogs. And if the bratwursts are left, I will use those in the morning with an egg because they're left over and they're good. This is what we use, Maxine chili powder. We're not sponsored. This is what Papa used, and we use it. Now you don't cover the top of it, but I'm going to put 3 good strips in there. And we'll see if we like it. If we need more, we'll do more.
I'm going to turn this spoon over to you, and I'm going to put the weenies in.
What I did is I put the pound of chuck in there, and Mom poured the coffee. And I've been sitting here doing this about the whole time just to get it all nice and fine.
Do you want another weenie fixed?
If you got one left, just go ahead and fix it. We'll put it in there and then eat later. Oh, no. I thought you were talking about the brats.
No, I put this.
You can see where we put that coffee in there, and it is, a lot of people start their hot dog chili out in water. We just start ours out in coffee. And there it is, folks. Delicious homemade chili. You can tell by the color of it that it's absolutely delicious. I can, because I've looked at it my whole life, and I know when it looks right. Making sure all of it gets turned. I'm cooking it on it. That was 300. I'm going down to 250 because all I want is the rest of that coffee, the liquid that was in the meat. I want all that just to simmer out of it. I want it to reduce down to a nice chili. You don't want dry chili, but you don't want soupy chili or like bowl chili. Now, don't say that I did. I mean, don't get out and say I said you couldn't use bowl chili on hot dogs, because you sure can. We do, if we have it, and then we fix a hot dog. But as far as fixing it specifically for hot dogs, we like it a little drier and a little crumblier. More like hot dog chili, in my opinion. So what are y'all doing for Labor Day? What are you eating today? That's always the most important thing. We did talk about doing ribs, Dr. Pepper ribs and potatoes. I had a whole big meal planned out. We ate breakfast today. I ate, then at lunchtime, we were both hungry, and I said, well, we'll do stuff later. I'll start the ribs about 2. Mama said, are you really wanting them ribs? And I said, I guess you're not.
Well,
and she
my
said,
stomach's not been right, so
she said, my stomach's still acting up. You can fix them, but I'm not going to be able to eat the ribs. I said, well, what about hot dog chili? And she said, well, I can eat it or not when the time comes. So we did go with the ribs, and I really didn't want all that heavy food after I got to thinking about it more today. That was in a moment of hunger, I guess, the other day. So we will do ribs one day, and you've seen us do ribs before. And if we had a bunch of company come, we'd do a lot more dishes. But I was wanting to do a different potato salad today, and I didn't have red potatoes. So that was where I was going to try to get some red potatoes. So since I didn't have those, I'm just content to get a good old homemade chili dog, or chili in a Brotsworth.
that little kid at church said she wanted a chili dog.
Talk loud.
I said she wanted a chili dog. I'm sorry.
Chili, yeah. Over that's noisier than it sounds on here on there. I think we had spaghetti and meatballs, and I think it's at Mama's stomach. They were left over, and they were still good. But at lunchtime, that's what we had was leftovers. So what are y'all eating today? Hi, John, and fried potatoes. Oh, I had meatloaf and fried potatoes. That sounds good, too. Happy Labor Day, Nancy. Hello from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Well, hello, Wendy. How are you? We're having chicken noodle soup, Timothy says. That sounds good, Timothy Brown. Hi, John and Mama. Hey, Tina. How are you? Anybody having grilling out today? It's a wonderful 78 degrees here. I can't believe how wonderful the temperature is. I was out earlier, and I thought, first out at 5 o'clock this morning, and it was a heavy fog. I thought, well, if this was still August, we could count on the snow with this one. But there was a heavy fog, and the air was cool, and I thought, fall is in the air already. The weatherman must have heard about it being Labor Day and switched us over to more fall-like temperatures. Because if we're going to call this the beginning of fall officially, it's a good day. It's 78 degrees, and the weather is beautiful and perfect. This right here, maybe the hardest part of this is just waiting. Let it simmer down. Let it, you want to go low and slow now. I'm going to go on down to about 200. This was the remainder of that hamburger. So it may have a little more grease on it than what the chuck will normally have. And you can see some gathering there. But it won't have, it's not going to have too much. And I will mash it out before I serve it up. And I'll put me a paper towel in there and dry up some of that grease, mash it around. If you do find you got grease, and you don't want to drain all your flavor, you can always put your meat to the side of your pan and mash it and let some of the grease come out, and then put your paper towel in there. Put your paper towel in there and let it absorb that grease. Throw it away. We'll do that right now. I'll take this cutting board and I'll put, thank you, Mom. I'll put the leg of this up on that cutting board just to let that kind of drain down this way.
I'm just gonna make a piece of light bread, like an open face.
Open face.
Is that all right with you?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good with that. Is that what you're wanting?
Yeah, I don't want all that hamburger on the hot dog bun.
It is thick. We do that all the time. Just a piece of light bread. Fresh light bread, so good with chili and a little hot dog and paper plates, no dishes. Today is about Labor Day, enjoying a day off from labor. So don't add labor to yourself. Don't add it. Take it away. Enjoy. Enjoy the day. Enjoy your day off from labor. Now that'll drain right down. So who else is eating? We had what'd you have? McAdoo's. I don't know what a McAdoo is, Becky.
McAdoo's.
Is that a place? I'll take a hot dog. D, Loudermilk, if you were here, you'd be welcome to one. Thanks for those stars. Y'all are so wonderful. Oh, there's an active star party.
Wow, thank you.
Wow, y'all are so gracious. Thank you for those hearts and those thumbs up too. That wakes up the algorithm. That pushes us out to more people, and that's the name of the game. Is to get Facebook to push you out as often. You get a little report about every day that says your page is in, your health of your page is good or whatever. So the more of those we get, the better they consider contacts or interactions. Hey Teresa, hi. Yeah, we're keeping it super simple today for us. We have gone either way. We'll go overboard, or Mama, I'm gonna slice up one of those tomatoes. You want tomato on yours?
I don't much.
I like tomato on a hot dog. We got a counter, got several here. Get that little one right there on top, and I'll get what good is in it.
I don't think there's much left.
I think this morning it looked like there's one little section in the back I could get one bite of.
I don't know.
Mama's
This one's get that way.
Mama's trying to get my tomato.
I don't
Throw it away. She threw it away.
I don't think you
You don't need to eat it. You got 4 more, she said. Okay. We're letting this grease that was in that hamburger meat come down out of there. And we've got quite a bit.
Ooh, that hamburger sure made a difference in brown chuck. You
It
see
did.
it coming.
If you mash it, it'll mash some of it out too. And you do maintain your flavors.
So,
Get rid of extra grease.
we don't need that for certain.
Let's go ahead and prepare our paper towel.
I'm gonna put these back in there a minute. They're not brown like I want.
You want them brown. The paper towel trick, it works. Keeps you from having to try to tilt that and do all that extra. And because it's a clean paper towel, you can even go up into the meat there, give it a little extra squeeze.
You need another one to get rid of it. It's off the grease.
Mama's want all that grease out of there. I'll try to spin it. Mama, I get some paper towel left.
Ooh, you're getting good at this.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Now that's better to go into that paper towel than just go in our bellies.
I reckon so. I don't want all that in my belly.
You can dip some from the top there, Mama, and it'll probably drain even more. See, there it goes, folks.
I don't think they can see it.
Oh, Mama says just get to see everything else. But right there's that ugly orange grease that was in there from the ground hamburger. I'm gonna leave it stacked up over there, and that way Mama can get her some off the top. We're through cooking, so I'm gonna undo the plug, scrape some onions up here out of my way. And I'm going to take care of this little tomato here. Because, well, you know what? It just took the top. It didn't get that core. Didn't go deep enough for that. Let me slice into two of that. Look at that pretty tomato.
That was better than that little old thing.
All right.
Thank you.
We don't like the roar, do we?
No, I sure.
We like the results, though. Get that tomato core out of there. And just right here's a little bit more of it.
Let's see right here.
Mama's going to show you.
I said I was.
Mama's going to show you them hot diggity dogs.
That lips gets a little warm.
What I was saying is in the past we've really overdone it. We've had leftovers for days. We're learning, folks. We're doing better.
And look, the soup you made.
Those look delicious. In the past, we've had company, we've had cookouts, we've had a lot of commotion here, and we've had to fix a lot of food. And to us, at our heart level, that's what seems to do normal. Just like Christmas, you know, it's time to put on the big cooking. But we're having to scale back. I hear a lot of people, empty nesters, and people whose families have moved off and have other things going on. It's just a learning curve. You feel like you're missing out on something, but really and truly, you're not. You're just got to plan for what you got going on. So today, nobody's coming over that I know of, but there'll be plenty to eat if they do. And we're just going to eat a hot dog for two reasons. It's Labor Day, and Mama loves hot dogs. Mama, how come you like hot dogs so good, but you don't care for hamburgers?
I won't eat hot dogs or hamburger, neither one out.
No, you're not big on that, but you do like a good hot dog in, don't you?
Yeah, but I don't eat them often. I stepped outside earlier, and I think it's
Well,
working on it.
Mama and I both have bad fall allergies. Bad. I've always had fall allergies, and Mama has too.
You've had a year-round allergies.
I have them year-round. Mama has. Every fall, she gets this little, we call it a hacky cough. And she went to the doctor for it the first year, thought, well, she must have bronchitis. And they gave her some medicine, and the next year, I said, Mama, it's the same time last year when you were sick. She said, yeah. So we've learned a little bit. So for the past 7 years, it's been going
And
on.
I do get bronchitis several times,
She
but I
does
get
get
this.
bronchitis.
I get this before I do bronchitis.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I take that back. I didn't get bronchitis last year.
You did good last year, Mom.
Yeah, I don't want to say I did. You want one?
I want one.
I know. I get one. Thank you, sir.
This is that Merita bread. It's a little different from what we've been getting, but I like it. It's old-fashioned, it says, and I can tell it does have that good old-fashioned taste.
You can see the wheat like
Uh-huh. I ran into the dollar store and got that the other night, so that worked out real good. Mama, if you'll hand me, or if you'll take that lid off, I'm going to cut it up. You want your weenie cut up?
Yeah.
I'm going to cut up my bratwurst. And you'll probably want a weenie cut up, won't you?
Yeah.
Do y'all cut up your hot dogs? Non-traditional here, folks. We can be very non-traditional at times.
I'm going to get my Sprite I had. What do you want?
I've got coffee and water. I am set.
Oh, you're
like
set.
a jet.
Ooh.
I am set like a jet. Coffee and water. That's my normal. And you know, I'm not big on pop. As a rule, never was, even as a kid. But for convenience, I sort of got into drinking, taking a can of pop in my lunch, and then I thought, I'm drinking a pop every 2 or 3 days. And I wasn't ever doing that. And I thought, you don't need to get this habit started. So I just quit that foolishness. So now I'm back to a pop a week, maybe 2, and I feel better and it's working out better for me. Am I trying to tell you I'll do that? Lawsy, no, I ain't telling nobody to do nothing. These are the brats. I get those in a package. But you've got to watch out. You can get into a habit in a hurry. But I was...
You're going to get another one right now.
No, ma'am.
I'm going to put the lid back on it.
Yeah, better keep it good and hot. We did fry up that whole... It was only 3 in here. So we went ahead and done them all 3. But have you ever eaten brats for breakfast? I'm telling you, I've seen a new thing the other night, and I don't know why I never thought about it, but I seen a new thing the other night on one of the things I was watching. I don't even know where it was. But they had taken brats and taken a vegetable peeler to them. And they were saying it was like bacon. And I thought, you know what? That sounds interesting.
Well, just shredding it off like...
Well, it made it look like bacon. And they threw it in their air fryer and it crisped up and curled up like bacon. You could probably do the same thing in a frying pan, but it just made me think. That would be a good way to eat that. So there's my brats on there.
You want that other...
No,
brown?
no, I'm good with this right here.
Okay. Didn't think what I wanted to say for a
I'm
second.
dipping this chili from Mama, especially right off the top.
So
That's going to reduce any.
let me see if I want it before you put me any more.
Let's see if you want it.
Well, my stomach, I don't want to get it.
I hope you ain't got a virus.
I hope I ain't taking it either, but it just...
I'm blaming it on that spicy spaghetti. I'm going to put a little extra on mine, Mama, because I love your chili. I want to cover everything. Don't we?
Oh, yeah, you want it to be good.
How you reckon to dip?
You want cheese or anything?
No, I need the cheese one. You want cheese?
Mm-mm.
Would you like some beautiful tomato?
No, I don't like the acid stuff, you know. No onion. You're going to make yours pretty now.
I'm going to make mine tasty. Let's pray so you can eat while it's hot. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this meal. We thank you for being able to prepare it together. And dear Lord, we just thank you for being able to take it together. Watch over our world, dear Lord, and watch over our nation. Watch over our families, dear Lord. Put a hedge of protection on each and every one. Be with each and every prayer request that's here today. And answer all of them in your will and your power and your glory. Amen. All right, so that's enough onion. Now a layer of yellow mustard. We got a care package stood on the porch. Someone just left us some of our favorite things. You didn't put a note on it, so if you can instant message me and tell me, I will properly thank you. It was sort of strange. I just walked out this morning.
Was it this one?
Yes, ma'am. I walked out early this morning and I thought, what is this on the porch? And it was a grocery bag and it had a yellow mustard in it. It's like they thought of all of our favorite things and brought some of them. That mustard, we need mustard. I've got a gallon in there, or a half gallon, whatever that big thing is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this delicious homegrown tomato. And it came from the farmer's market, I guess.
Yeah.
Tomatoes are gone here. Everybody's done wrapped up the tomato season. 24 is in the books. And that's one of the reasons, when that happened a couple of weeks ago primarily, and that's one of the reasons I started talking about fall. When tomatoes are gone, I really see no sense in continuing the hot weather of summer. To be honest with you. Okay.
You think if they ain't there, they don't really need to be the weather?
There it is, folks. Happy Labor Day. So what are you thinking? You need some more?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to give mine a taste of roux here.
I drank part of that yesterday.
You're cutting back on pop too, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to. Tastes is good.
A ribeye couldn't taste any better. No, that is right on point.
Yeah. Makes you think of Labor Day, don't it?
It makes you think of the yard being full of kids and a fire blazing in a fire pit. Feels just like a holiday.
Mm-hmm. I miss how the kids are playing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. COVID changed everything. We're back under COVID right now. A lot of people. It's bad around here. And type flu A is bad. We're getting an early dose of all that. It's one reason I've not been to the grocery store. But I'm going to go. We've run out of some important stuff. Notice I've not run out of coffee. I would have went through fire to get coffee, but y'all sends it to me. I don't even have to go to the store for it. You can just order it from y'all's and they'll send it right to your door. No, that's
You've got spoiled.
I've got spoiled. And we live in a land without delivery or DoorDash. Can't get that here.
Some people around through here get it. I don't know if it's the area.
I did hear
or certain.
that Walmart will deliver up here now.
I don't know if they'll deliver around here. They deliver in some of these areas.
They deliver up the road here.
But then I heard the woman just a few houses on up the other road, they don't deliver to her. So how do you just figure that?
I guess you just call and tell them your address and worry about if it delivers to your house. Well, how would we know what to do with that?
What delivery?
Yeah, I mean, if we get started with that,
We'd be spoiled from now.
we can't start getting into those luxurious things. Because when you're talking about having your groceries delivered to the porch, well, I wouldn't know what to do.
I think it's a real good thing for, well, here I am, older people.
Me and you and anybody.
You know.
Busy people.
And people that's got kids, it's hard for people that's got several kids to, especially if they're little, and to get through a grocery store and get groceries. I see some women, they have a struggle of getting everything, taking care of kids too.
I can't take care of me. I don't know how these people do it with children. I admire y'all. Getting up every morning, getting 2 or 3 people ready besides yourself. How y'all do it?
I just had you, and I never did have no
Thank you for the stars, y'all.
trouble.
Did you add coffee to the great? Yes, yes, Brock. Brooke, we did add a 16-ounce cup of coffee. It was this big here.
Straight out of the pot.
Straight out of the pot, and just put it in that raw meat. It all cooks together and it tenderizes it, and it just causes it to fall apart. It may add a flavoring to it, but it don't add coffee flavor to it. It just makes it delicious, and it makes it tender. But to say, ooh, I can taste the coffee in that, no. But you let that boil down too.
You boil it out.
In this chili. Now we put it in our bowl chili too. We basically fry all of our meat in coffee. Whether it's for beef tips and noodles, whether it's for chili, anytime we're gonna brown some meat, even if it's a pot roast for Sunday lunch, we start out browning our meat in coffee. We never brown our meat in water anymore. Did that answer that, Brooke? It tenderizes it. The acid in the coffee acts as a tenderizer. Breaks it down real good. Just by 90 ground beef. Pauline, we normally do, but they didn't have it. When you're limited to one store within 12 or 14 miles, you just get what they got. Be glad to get it. And this time they had family packs of hamburger, but they had no chuck in the whole store. I looked. Oh, you have Chinese. Pamela, I've been wanting Chinese. Good evening,
You
Amanda.
can go eat with them to get Chinese.
Yeah, I could. No sound.
Uh-oh.
Do we have sound? D? Can you not hear us? Check your sound. I had a barbecue yesterday. Brian, a lot of people did. A lot of people had Saturday and Sunday activities, and they are just resting today.
I don't blame them.
RJ, you have to work tonight? I hate that. I had air fryer hot dogs. Oh, I love air fryer hot dogs too. But I love the browning of the Macro Pro, and it's a whole lot easier than the air fryer. This is good.
Mm-hmm.
Mama, I'm thinking if we're going to eat bread, I like that burrito.
It's good bread. I'm glad I didn't use a hot dog bun, because I ain't eating half of their bread.
Now, the hot dog buns, they're so thick. We about got ourselves talked about hot dog or hamburger buns. I was wanting to make some, at least hamburger buns, and I guess I can make hot dog buns if I can make hamburger buns. Is there any difference in them?
A bun?
I mean, other than the obvious, the shape. But I don't know that there's any real difference in the texture or the feel of. I know I've used hamburger buns as hot dog buns before,
Yeah, we have.
and vice versa. One time I fried the hamburgers in long, narrow strips because I knew all we had was hot dog buns. Wasn't bad. Tasted great.
It does taste good.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mama,
when
thank
we-
you.
That's when we was eating a lot of buns and stuff, though.
We quit that mess. Thank you for making this chili, even though you may not have the best belly today.
It's good anyway.
I've been looking
I'm
forward
glad
to
we
it.
didn't go with potato salad and
Mm-hmm.
ribs and everything.
Because this is filling me up, and this is what I really wanted.
Yeah.
And when I did all that big heavy food, I'm getting more and more like Mama. I really need to do that at lunchtime.
And take a nap later if it gets too hard on you.
I really need to do that at lunchtime.
It does make a difference if you eat it late at night.
And then lay down on it, as they say.
Yeah.
I never could understand my daddy would say that. And I would think, what's he talking about? Because he would say, I don't want to lay down on a heavy meal. And I would think, well, once you've already eaten it, what's it matter?
A heavy meal.
Well, folks, some of you youngins out there got things to learn just like I had. When you get older, your stomach does differently.
It bulks up sometimes.
And it just don't settle as well as
Yeah,
long.
it takes it longer. Stuff agitates it quicker. Or it does mine. But I've always had a tendency to have a...
Mama's always, this is nothing new. There's chips. Was we supposed to eat chips?
Oh, I laid them out there for you to
I don't want to.
I didn't want that.
Mama's always had stomach trouble, even when she was a little girl. And so it's just followed her right on through.
Yeah.
There for a while, it was better. And then we started noticing, depending on what we cooked.
I think some of my medicine I take now kind of gets it going.
Yeah.
Because I notice it more sometimes after I have to take
I did try some of the organic garlic the other night, and I had zero problems. But the only ingredient in it is garlic.
no preservatives.
The powder, it just said garlic. That was the only ingredient. It was organic. I got it, and so I should have done that with a meatball. See, I'm so used to now not having it. I didn't even think to make a piece of garlic toast with my spaghetti meatballs. That's fine, because I didn't need the bread. White flour and sugar is not my friend. I keep saying that. Mama, happy Labor Day.
Well, happy Labor Day to you. I'm glad you're off today and resting.
I have rested some. I've done some things. Some things I've been meaning to do.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, Mama's proud of me.
Staying busy and doing stuff. And
I've been busy. But that's over. It's 7 o'clock.
it's time to relax and get ready
It's time to bring it down.
to get hitting it tomorrow.
I'm gonna get in sleep mode now.
You deserved it after you worked today.
Sleep mode's not going to be, by the way. Sleep mode is settling in, not getting all fidgety, not eating or drinking things going to upset you. Get your mind cleared to get ready to go to bed and have a wonderful night's rest.
That's right. And calm your body down till it can relax.
Get the mind and the body experience ready.
That's
To
the
take
same
a
way
while.
in the morning. You gotta get up, get your coffee, settle down.
I don't know about y'all, but and I know people who sleeps to the last minute they can possibly sleep. I mean, down to the point of
Putting shoes on, running out the door.
right, like down to the point of I don't have a meeting at that time. I can go in 5 minutes later and sleep 5 more minutes, sort of thing. I have to get ready to get ready. Y'all hear me say that all the time, but it's a true statement. I like to get up in the morning, and I like to just sit and look off into space with a cup of coffee and just relax. I like to get into wake-up mode too, and I like to have that few minutes to meditate, pray, read a scripture, or just sit here with a cup of coffee and think about the day, or think about what I'm going to do the evening. I don't like to hit the ground running, as they say. Same way of going to bed. I like to relax down. I do comments at night, but I try to put the phone down at least 30 minutes before I'm going to go to sleep. You don't need that bright light in your eyes. I may listen to it, and I may watch something on TV, but really you shouldn't even have a screen going to keep from it. But I don't have a lot of trouble with that. I can go into sleep. I was up at 4 o'clock this morning. Don't know why. Maybe I was excited about not having to go to work.
Ain't that the way it is when you don't have to go to work? You can wake up real early and do stuff.
So I got up, made coffee, sat here and relaxed, contemplating the day. And it was a good Labor Day. I hope you've had a great Labor Day. I hope you've made memories, at least got some rest. I really do. I hope it's been a special day.
Oh, yeah.
It's the bird months. We're going to be busy, folks. Don't forget about yourself. You parents, you single parents, don't forget, you got all this to do. Carve a little time out for your sanity. Carve out a little time to say, I'm going to relax that day, or I'm going to relax the whole evening, or I'm going to do something I really enjoy. Because school's back, things have started, there'll be all kinds of activities, festivals, fall festivals, and all those activities. If you go to church somewhere, they're going to ask you to do some stuff. It's going to be time for all that. So don't forget, carve out a little time for you. It's important.
Get overwhelming with everything going on.
And it happens before you know it. And I want to tell some of y'all right now, and some of y'all need to hear this. I'm not preaching at you. I'm just telling you. It's going to be Christmas in 90-something days.
90-something days.
Don't wait till that last minute and put yourself through all that again like you did last year. You know, last year when you said to yourself, and you were so stressed, and you said to yourself, I'm not doing this next year. I will start my Christmas shopping in October.
My oldest sister would get hers done in October and everything. And
Some of y'all need to hear that, because it's going to happen to you again. Going to happen to you again. I'm going to tell you something else. It's not too early, if you're the host, to go ahead and get your Thanksgiving dinner menu planned. Decide what you're going to do. You know, look at your bowls. When am I going to put this in? When am I going to put that in? If I got my turkey yet, start thinking about getting that turkey put in the freezer. Put it out in the refrigerator a few days, 5 days before is what I would do. You got to plan. If you have a plan, then you can kind of follow it. If you don't, it'll slip up on you quicker than you think. And there you are, once again, stressed out, overwhelmed, and wishing you'd made a plan. So September's a good time to prepare for November and December.
yeah.
And if you want to, go and put your tree up. Ain't no law against it. Mama, you got anything you want to add tonight?
No, thanks. I'm just thankful to be here and enjoying life.
Enjoy every day. Enjoy today. Today's all we get. It's always today. Can't do a thing about yesterday, and tomorrow may never come. So just enjoy today. Grab a big old piece of it and enjoy it. Make some memories, laugh, live, love, do all those things, and enjoy yourself.
And have some fun.
If nothing else, aggravate your sister, aggravate your mama. Do something to life.
Aggravate your mama like you do.
Aggravate your only son.
I'm good at that.
Boy, are you ever. Folks, we enjoy being here with you every day, and we enjoy the holidays, and thank you for spending them with us. Thank you for logging in. We try to plan our lives around your activities, and I was thinking probably at this time of night, most everybody's still with the cookouts and everything, so we came a little later. We had planned on a few ribs, but it just wasn't in the cards for us today.
No.
And I didn't even want it. It's bad when you don't even want it.
No, you don't.
And I love some ribs, but today, I guess the spaghetti.
Maybe
shouldn't have
not
had
having
spaghetti.
the right potatoes messed you up.
Well, I wanted the red potatoes because I made it on here once before, the hot honey mustard bacon dressing that went over the potato salad. That's what I've been craving. And I thought we had some red potatoes in there, but we didn't. So that was my first
I used to know.
So then it was time to put the ribs on because you want to cook them 6 hours. We do. And they were still frozen. I didn't let them out yesterday. And I said, Mama, you're going to do them, you want to do ribs? She said, well, you can do them. I don't know if I want barbecue ribs.
I just don't believe I could eat much. I didn't eat much chili either.
No, you didn't
But
eat
I
much.
ate my hot dog.
You ate the protein. You did good, Mama.
Yeah.
Mama's always been a picky eater and always eat little bitty amounts. She's a grazer. She'd rather eat 4 times a day as 3. Sometimes she don't eat 2 though. And most of the time, Mama's kind of like a toddler in that, you know how a toddler won't eat nothing and you worry about him. And you're like, he's not eating a thing. And the next day, he's like unstoppable. Just eats. Mama does that sometimes. She'll say, I've eaten myself to death today. Well, she didn't eat much yesterday. You know, she'll take those cycles. She's always done that. She'll eat a biscuit in the morning or maybe half of one, and then she'll eat a few peanuts, and then she'll eat, you know, so she's eating. She's not, everybody is worried about Mama losing a lot of weight. She's not.
Not lost it.
She's lost a little bit in her face, but when she went to the doctor, she only lost 1 pound. And I think you're just carrying it different.
It's switching around.
Switching around. I don't know if mine switches, if it's got anywhere to go. Mama, say good night, Mama.
Good night, Mama. God bless you all. Have a wonderful night.
Have a good one, folks.
Yes.
Happy Labor Day.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.